Hi, folks.
Hi, folks.
A couple of days ago, we were tagged by Joe and Meleah over at Big Joe and Meleah's World in a random questions tag. What's so cool about these questions is Joe and Meleah actually wrote them themselves. We had thought about doing that. We had a scratch pad down. Tammy had actually began making up some questions, but the difference is Joe and Meleah actually came up with some questions, and I think we were stuck at one. So
no, I had two.
Tammy had two questions. Anyway, folks, Joe and Meleah, it would be hard for me to imagine anyone that follows our channel that doesn't already follow Joe and Meleah's channel. But in case you don't, of course, the link will be down in the description below. If you just go and check them out, you'll see why so many people love Big Joe and Meleah. But let's go ahead and get to these questions. If you could change careers right this second, what would you do, Tammy?
I would like to be a nurse.
And I think you would be a really good nurse. Tammy has that kind of instinct, and she's good under pressure. Tammy is good under pressure. For me, unfortunately, I don't think that retirement actually counts as a career change. I like the way this is phrased. If you could change your careers right this second, because we all go through different seasons of our lives where if we could change careers, it would be something else. You know, when I was 5 years old, I wanted to be a garbage man like my Uncle Bill, but now I would just be happy to be retired. But that's not, I don't think that would count in this particular question.
No, I don't.
So I would have to say it would be something to do with animals. I love animals. I love hanging out with animals.
A zookeeper.
So a zookeeper would be great. Anything with animals that I can make a living doing. If there is a job out there for loving on dogs, and y'all know how to get me hooked up with that, I'm telling you, I'm really good at loving on dogs. And
that is true.
That would be a career that I think I would excel. I would excel at loving on dogs. Tammy, number 2. What makes you happiest?
Being at peace. And family and friends around me being at peace. That makes me happy. I'm simple.
Well, that's a good choice. That's a good choice. Mine is similar. And hanging out, just being with you or Haley. And you know, even when those words were coming out of my mouth, how many people watching this, the first thing they're thinking is, that guy.
Amy told him to say that.
Or that guy is just making this Hallmark Channel stuff up. But really, I am a simple person.
You are.
Just to have Tammy and Haley somewhere near me, to know that I'm close by them, that makes me happy. And that's why you guys see me smiling so much and acting happy is I'm fairly happy most of the time. Tammy, number 3, which of the 7 wonders of the world that you'd like to visit the most? We've actually talked about these questions a little bit ahead of time.
Colosseum.
And I agree, for various reasons. Rome, in particular, and Italy in general, is a bucket list place that I would really love to visit. So if you were to go and see the Colosseum, this wonder of the world, when you were done there, you could pretty much like eat your way across Rome at all the wonderful restaurants. Okay, number 4. Tammy, what major historical event took place the year you were born? Tammy, hang on a minute. Tammy has her phone open to something that tells her the major historical events of the year she was born. So she's going to pick
And
one.
I don't use my bifocal, so. During the Gemini 4 mission on June 3rd, 1965, Ed White became the first American to conduct a spacewalk.
That is pretty
There's
cool.
a lot of war stuff I found, but
There was a lot in the little time frame that you and I were born, the 60s.
lot of war stuff.
Well, there's a lot of space stuff.
Well, yeah, that's true.
The Gemini and then the Apollo programs that was part of our childhood. That was
Yeah.
on television. The moon landing was on
My
television
dad
when we
videoed
were kids.
but he didn't show up on the TV on camera.
Oh, he videoed the television with an 8mm camera.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see where there would be all kinds of holes in that. But
It was.
but we have it now. You can go look on YouTube
Yeah.
for moon landing. I was born in 1962. That's the year John Glenn actually became the first American to orbit the Earth.
Oh wow.
It was the year that Marilyn Monroe
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
But I think perhaps of most significance to me, that was the year the first Taco Bell opened. Number 5, if you won the lottery tomorrow, what would be your very first expense?
Paying off bills.
Mine too. I'd pay off all our bills.
And then have some fun.
I'd pay off all our bills, all Haley's bills.
Yeah.
Travel a little bit, and then come back, rent the house out, buy
No, we ain't rent no house out. We need a house to come to.
No, well, yeah, true. And if you're rich, you can just leave it empty and
Or sell
have
it.
somebody come and take care of it while you're gone. But we would get one of those sweet RVs
Yeah.
and just travel around
Yeah.
the country for a while.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. We'd better win a big lottery. The Mega Millions jackpot. No scratch-offs for us, folks. Okay, number 6. Do you have any irrational fears? And if so, why?
I really don't have any irrational fears, but I do have anxiety. So sometimes that can get out of hand.
But it's not irrational.
No,
That's an actual
no.
condition.
Yeah.
I do. Actually, I'm claustrophobic. You would think that it would be limited to something along the lines of being trapped in an elevator or something like
Yeah.
that. But I actually, honestly, the other day, folks, I promise you, I was in the bathroom and in my necklace with the cross on it that I wear, a piece of the material from my clothes got wadded up in there and I couldn't separate the clothes from there, and it began to be a feeling of being trapped, and I almost ripped this necklace by force off of my neck, a beloved piece of jewelry that I have worn for years, for that split second of my heartbeat speeding up really fast. Irrational fears, folks. Okay, folks, we're now at that point. And that was kind of interesting.
That was.
That was some good therapy. Now,
we need it.
now it's come to that point where we tag other folks.
Yeah.
We would like to tag White Witch 110. This young lady has a wonderful voice.
Yes,
she is
soothing.
just really, she could just sit there and read a phone book if phone books still existed. And she does a lot of crafts. She does some facts, especially Canadian facts. And we would like to tag Judith Elizabeth. Judith has some beautifully composed videos that will speak to your eyes as well as to your heart. Go and check her out too. If these folks decide to do this, the questions will be down below. Thank you for putting up with yet another one of our tag videos this evening. Thank you again, Joe and Meleah, for considering us. For doing questions that you made up. Wow, what an honor. Not just questions that you got, questions that you made up, you tagged us.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much for
Love it.
Until the next time, folks, this is Mike and Tam saying
Bye.
bye. Hi, folks.
Hi, folks.
A couple of You made me lose the whole train of thought with that, going off of the Let's just start from the beginning, okay?
Yeah, I think we need to.
Okay, here we go. Hi, folks.
Hi, folks.
A couple of days ago, we were tagged by our good friends Joe and Meleah over at Big Joe and Meleah's World with a random questions tag. And if you only knew how many takes it took to get to this point, folks. Okay, take 2.
Take 4.
Take something. Take a pill.